Hello, 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 it's Veriax here on the Iosia channel. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing grand today whenever you're watching this. This is a little update video that I tend to do occasionally to let you guys know how I'm doing and how Iosia is and what I've been working on and just basically how things are. So if you are interested in this and are watching it, thanks very much. It's a big help to me. It really is very encouraging that somebody actually gives a damn out there. Even if it's just one of you. Thank you for that. So, what have I been doing? Well, mostly I've been writing. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I have. I'm working on a story about Veriax. About myself, obviously. Or about the character that inspired the name Veriax. It's set on Alderaan, which is the sort of era after Iosia. So it's strictly not an Iosia story, even though it's set on the same planet, just a couple thousand years into the future. I see it as like almost a cheesy B-movie type of book. It's a lot of fun to write, actually. I'm writing quite selfishly. I'm going to refer to Stephen King in his On Writing book, and it probably will be a couple of times during this little update, where he says that when you write the first draft, you write with the door closed, and then when you write the second draft, you write with it open. So when I'm writing initially, it's just for me. This is what I want in the story type thing. So you write very selfishly, and then when you come back to rewrite it for a second draft, you then bear the reader in mind. You think, does this need to be in there and everything, you know, and you think what somebody else might think of it, pretty much. And so that's what I've been doing in my first draft. I've been writing very selfishly, and it's a lot of fun, I have to say. Although something else I have to say is that I think that my writing of late has been terrible. Awful. What I've been writing has been utter pap, as far as I'm concerned, but I'm sticking at it. I am still going, and I'm glad that I am, because, as I've said before, when you approach a story, it's a lot easier to approach a page that's full of words than a page that is blank. So as long as I keep going with it and get to the end, when I come to do the rewrite, there's something there for me to rewrite. So I'm just keeping plugging on at it, even though, honestly, what I think I'm writing is awful. It really is awful. But I'm liking how the story's developing. I've just like finished writing about 20 minutes ago, and I've come in, and I have no idea what's going to happen next. I've put the character into the situation. Not a clue I was going to get out of it. Not a clue. But I guess we'll find out tomorrow when I go and write again. Stephen King, in his On Writing book, says that it's best if you have a place to go to, your own room, if you like, where you shut the door out and you shut the door and sort of keep the rest of the world out, and that's you writing in your own little world. And for me, it's at the top of the garden in my little summer house. Well, it's not my summer house, I'm actually renting, so it's a old summer house that hasn't been used in many years. It's very dirty in there. It's a spider infested hole is what it is, and I really like it. It's really rustic. There's 2 chairs in there and nothing else. So I take my laptop up there for maybe about an hour or so, and go and write up there. And there's no distractions up there, and that's really good. Like there's no internet. The Wi-Fi doesn't reach up there. So if I have to look something up, like before, when I was writing in my front room, or indeed where I'm sat here in the back room in my house, I could be writing, and I could innocuously come across something that I needed to look up. It could be anything. And I would Google it, and of course, because I was then on the internet, I would check my emails, I would look at Twitter, I would check Facebook, and then I'd see some, funny memes on Facebook, and half an hour later, I'd be like, oh yeah, I was supposed to be writing, wasn't I? And it's so easy to get distracted online. But up there, in my little room, there is no Wi-Fi, there is no internet, I can't look anything up, I just have to move on, plough on. Looking stuff up is for the second draft. That's when I'll look stuff up and get distracted probably. But yeah, it's really good. And yeah, I do spend about an hour up there, which is nice because we agreed in my in the stream that we did, in the inspirational sort of stream, that half an hour a day would be pretty nice. So the hour I spend up there is it's exceeding that, and I think that all by and by I am spending on average about half an hour a day at this, because sometimes I don't go up there for various reasons. So yeah, it's all going pretty well in terms of writing, at least. Also, a little sort of like inspiration for me to get this done is because I recently bought off Humble Bundle the RPG Maker. It's a program that lets you basically make custom RPGs, and two things put me off this program before. The price, because normally it's massively expensive, but I got pretty much everything I got for like $12 or something, because I paid obviously the minimum that I needed. Also, it kind of looked pretty anime-ish, like the setup and the interface is all quite anime-ish and, you know, JRPG-ish, and that really put me off. But I figured, you know, for $12 it's worth buying, because that's like £8, so it's hard to break in the bank, and so I bought it, and I'm going to have a look at that after I finish this little Veriax story that I'm writing, along with the second draft, and then I'll put it on the website for you guys to read and have a look at. When I upload this, by the way, it's going to be very rough and ready, and there may be sort of like certain things in it that don't make sense that I've overlooked, but you guys can proofread it for me, you know, after my second draft, so that'll be fun for you. But yeah, after that I'll be starting looking at RPG Maker. Zhao actually was very generously offered his assistance, because I posted about this on Twitter, and he said, you know, he's used it before, so if I get stuck or needed him, then Skype me, bro. So I will, Zhao. Thank you for that. I probably will if I need your assistance. So I'm going to be sort of like casually just mucking around in it, because that's the best way you learn stuff, isn't it? So I'm going to be playing with that, see if I can get it working well enough, I suppose, if I can learn it well enough to incorporate it into Iosia. And the last thing on the agenda is that I'm going to try and update the blog monthly, because currently it's quite erratic, and I can't do it every week because sometimes not much happens in a week, to be quite honest. But monthly I can give like a summary of what I've been doing, no matter how short, and if I haven't done anything I can give my excuses. But monthly for the blog, I'm not sure what day, so I'll probably get back to you on that, but I've decided that monthly blog updates will help a lot, and may well sort of like start replacing these little update videos, or just supplementing them. I'm not quite sure, but I want to use the blog a bit more. It's there, and I did update it rather recently, but I want to do it a bit more regularly. So that's it. I'm writing in my summer house up there. Once I've done that and got it uploaded onto the website, I'll be taking a look at RPG Maker, and I'll be updating the blog a little bit more to make that a little bit more constant in the whole thing. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed that little update video, and I welcome your thoughts and comments and questions. And thank you for watching very much. I hope to see you around very shortly. Until then, toodaloo.